Will I make it through? The pain is slowly creeping, so there's nothing I can do. My body in a circle.
Efe Stene has lived with this pain for 20 years. She goes through this unbearable pain each month, not knowing if she will survive it. The pain she goes through started at an early age of 8, but delay in taking her to the hospital for diagnosis worsened her situation. Herbal medicines became an option as she gulped them down monthly to ease her pain. Gradually, she was burying her womb and digging her grave without knowing. She shared her painful ordeal through the years.
I was 12, 11. I remember that was the first time I had my period. And I had a severe pain. I was about 13, 14 years. And then I had another pain. By then, my mom wasn't around. And so living in a community where everybody knows you and all that, the whole neighborhood got to know that I was on my period, and I was rushed to Winneba Hospital by then. And they said it was normal again. So when I got back, this incident is still in my head, and if the whole neighborhood were like I had gone to have an abortion.
She got married and became pregnant for the first time, but lost her pregnancy. It was until then that she realized that she was not just suffering from severe menstrual pain, but had a condition called endometriosis. After losing 7 pregnancies to this disease, she finally ended a 7-month term of carrying triplets who did not live.
I had about 7 miscarriages in all, if not more. Yes, if not more, 7. Because after we tried, we started doing IVF. Some of them worked, some of them did not. One of them happened for about 5 months, and the doctor had to take it out because the doctor called that it wasn't developing. I had gone for checkup and I didn't feel sick or anything, and he said, "Oh, we have to do this," yeah. And then my last pregnancy was a miracle. I had 3plets, and I delivered because they were going to take them out about 7 months. So I had 2 weeks to 7 months, and my water broke and I had stillbirth. So they were alive, but they all died one after the other, not one day. Within the day, about 7 days, 10 days interval, they died.
Efe says on a daily basis, she is faced with the pain of being referred to as a barren woman, even after carrying 3 babies to term through IVF. She shares her struggles, discrimination from society, and constant pain.
And even this, still, people don't see you as a woman. Sometimes, I remember when I got back and my mom was trying to console me and talk to me, and there was a woman around and she was like, "Say no dear, and yet tell no boy and fan castle." Like I was pregnant, like a normal human being. 7 months, I delivered, I pushed out my babies, they died, and still see I'm fan castle. But don't assume you know somebody so well, so you can tell like, oh, on who yenti no, ebia on peso obewu. Why nem pese obewu wiase obia pese obewu. Inti so bi worry no on who ya just say bia nipa no pese on keeping in shape. Mom figure 8 to cry. They want to give birth.
Even though she has undergone 3 surgeries, it has come at a cost, which has not in any way brought an end to her troubles. Today, Efe, through all the challenges, did not give up, but has started a campaign on social media to educate people on the dangers of endometriosis.
When you have endo, you bloat. Sometimes you bloat. Sometimes my stomach looks like 5 months pregnant woman. I remember when my husband was alive, sometimes people will be like, oh, congratulations. And I remember one time, a friend of mine came to tell me that, oh, your friend says every day you are pregnant, but your baby never comes. We have to tell our story for you to know that, you can't get it unless you have it. So it's hard. I have been diagnosed with PTS, a whole lot of depression stuff. Sometimes I get frozen brain. Sometimes I don't even like myself. So when I hear somebody saying they don't like me, I laugh because sometimes I don't like myself.
Leslie Mosia, a social media mogul, wrote a song about her struggles with endometriosis, and money gained from it donated to the Endometriosis Foundation of America.
I'll be alright. I just wanna get better.
It is estimated that the crippling disease affects 176 million women around the world.
My mother is 1 in 10.
My sister, the beautiful Efe, is 1 in 10.
Doctors and researchers have still not been able to determine the causes.
Their cause is not known. There are a lot of things that we think contribute, but then there are no specific risk factors that we can say that if you avoid 1, 2, 3, you will not get endometriosis, or if you do ABC, you will get endometriosis. The only thing we know is that sometimes it tends to run in families. And so if you have endometriosis, it is very likely that your sister will get it, or that your daughter will get endometriosis. So it tells us that there may be some genetic component attached to it. But really, we can't pinpoint and say that this is the definite cause.
But research shows that when there is a hereditary link, the disease seems to be worse in the next generation.
Productive techniques have improved generally, even in our country. So there are lots of options available. Sometimes just by doing certain things or by the doctor giving certain drugs just to increase the chances of a pregnancy, it works. When that doesn't work, there are options like IVF, which is, even though expensive, but it's available in our country. We have people going for surrogates and all things like that. Okay? So those are some of the things that could be done to tackle infertility. But then too, if it's diagnosed early, then treatments can be put in place to minimize the damage.
Efe hopes her story will be an inspiration to women suffering from endometriosis.